Salutations! I'm Peasant and I'm going to be taking on Prussia 6 with Ocean. First decision, of course, where to place my opening presents. I've been experimenting with stuff, but I'm going to start in with the town. I've been experimenting. And I've also been experimenting with going with this first, and I am not convinced it's good. So I'm not going to do that this time. I'm going to go with the standard. Tried and tested. It's the very, very much the standard route. That's what I'm doing. So we're going to go... See, no need to grasp this turn. But we can do some deep calling, and we can do some swallowing of land dwellers, potentially. But actually, there's not... oh, there is a build in there. Yeah, Boon is good, turn 1. I think pretty much anything with Boon in the title it's going to be good, turn 1. So we'll pull that guy in there, get some fear going. And what do we have? So we've got the Prussia extra. I'm going to put it on the coast, of course, because coastist has the mostest. I'm going to put it up here because I'm going to want to put my next presence in here. This is my preferred location for presents. Then we're going to tidal boon on ourselves. And we can push this into the ocean. And we could move this around if we wanted to, but I'm not going to. I've got this, but it's surplus to requirements. I have more drowning ability than I have capacity to use it. So now I'm going to go with this and minor. We have no immediate awful problems, he says. There is this problem here. It's kind of a problem. Not a lot I can do about it, but I don't think a major is much more likely to be able to help me than a minor, so I'm going to still stick with a minor. Okay, so Mountain Jungle Defend 3 is perfect, and it's some fear. I'm mostly likely to win with Ocean if with fear. That's the key. The key, really. Sap the Strength. See, I don't have the range to use it this turn, so I am going to go with this. Preventing a cascade is pretty good. I know that a lot of people will tell people not to obsess over preventing every blight from going down, but preventing a cascade is almost always worthwhile. Almost always. So we've got lots and lots of defensive shenanigans going on. So we'll prevent this one. And as Ocean, I mean, there's not very much I can do about this, and that's just how it is. As Ocean. The interior you're just going to have to trust will be okay for a little bit. Each player may push... okay. No need to read that one. Okay, so we do have a Blighted Island, and it's the worst of the two possible Blighted Island cards. Well, shucks. Nice thing is we've got a bit of reprieve here. No, we don't. No, we don't. So what drowning options have we got? So we can drown one of our own Dahan. I'm not keen on that. I think, I suppose that's what we have to do. Get our energy up. We're a little low energy. Need to drown here. But we are hopefully about to become super powerful. So we've got a Sand Ravage here that we just don't have to worry about. That's nice. And we've got this here, which we don't have a solution for. So, and it is on Blight as well, so that's problematic. We might want to... Yeah, we're going to have to reclaim. And this could be a situation where we want a major. We've got coastal stuff next. This is a big reprieve for us. We're actually, the island isn't... Apart from this, it's actually looking okay. It's not looking terrible. So I think... Obviously, these coastal builds are just fine because we can just stick them. We can just push them all into the ocean. I'm going to retreat from this sand here because this land's going to be clear. And then I've got to work out what I'm going to go for power card wise. This Ravage, it's only a 3, 5, 7 Ravage, which is kind of big. It's a big enough one that I think I am going to go with a major. Swallow the Land Dwellers is becoming my candidate for immediate dismissal from the team. Well, these aren't the cards I was hoping for. Entwined Power could help me in the semi-long run-ish, but this is gonna This is going to overflow. Fine. Fine game. Mist is good. It's got good icons for us for our fear generation side. But there is blight everywhere now. So maybe land thrashes is good. It's also got good range on it. So one of these two is going to be nice. And we've got good Moon Mountain access from Dark and Tangled Woods, though. So I'm tempted to go with that. It's quite a lot of raw power. So I think we're going to get rid of Swallow the Land Dwellers. It's looking a bit sketchy. So we can eat some people. That's always going to be nice. We can Tidal Boon, which is going to be good. And we could just start on the Pain Train with some thrashing around. There's going to be blight everywhere. It's going to be flipping everywhere. But I might be able to actually use it to clear the interior a little bit. Of course, I should have thought about this and actually queued this up. Yeah, I do have the Dark and Tangled Woods. I'm actually going to maximize. I'm actually going to maximize the. I am going to do something. Let's see if I can actually on the right thing. I'm going to maximize land thrashes in Furious Pain, so I'm going to be able to do it in an adjacent land. So there's going to be blight everywhere. I probably need to work out where I'm going to put the blight. So there's going to be this ravage here, and the blight is can overflow one of these areas. I don't have any blight removal. Maybe I want it to be in the interior because then I can benefit from it. Like, so here is adjacent to all of the interior lands. Okay, that's where I'm overflowing to. This doesn't matter where I put it. So we can destroy a presence in the ocean. And we have a fear card. Each removes a dude from a land with a hut. Well, that dude is going to be removed anyway soon enough in the counterattack. We go from a coastal land, and that is worthwhile. Move that one. So this one is going to die, and now this is going to be the cascade. We'll cascade into here. And then there's a explore. So this is the escalation effect. I'm going to put it on the coast if I can, and I can. Yeah, that's perfect. It's going to ravage next turn, but might have been an oversight. Except it's in my land, so I should be able to tidal boon it out of the way. Okay, so where am I going to thrash around in pain? Well, this is an obvious candidate. It's going to be 4 damage, 5 damage, 6 damage, which is going to almost clear that entirely. And then it's going to do a similar amount of damage next door. So it would be good to help on the coast. Obviously, our blight levels are pretty high. But we want to push people into the ocean as a preference. So we can push into the ocean from here. Push this lad. In you go. And then we can do here and here. We might even be able to skip the reclaim turn and try and build up some of this stuff. That might be pretty good. So we're going to thrash around in here. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay. And but it's tempting to try and clear this area here. Very tempting. We're pretty low on cards though, so I'm going to be gaining a minor. We could just let one of these blight, but we're not super high on presence either. Just trying to think out whether it's better to clear this land here, and then we've kind of got this interior area is kind of clear. There's quite a lot of explorers, like this land. Okay, maybe not. Maybe it's not that big a deal. Or this, which means we can just defend in here with Grasping Tide. Just play these two and then a new card, putting off our reclaim. I think I'm going to put off the reclaim because we're only protecting this land from exploration. I mean, against Prussia with level 3, I mean, these are going to be. It's a high likelihood that this is going to come up. So let's not reclaim. Let's go down this track, and I would like to gain a power card. See, we can prevent this build with a decent power card. So I think I'm just going to go with a minor. Seems a bit a bit, bit mild-mannered. I am going to go with a miner because our hand is so small. Elemental boon. Light removal could be nice. Mountain and sand. So this is an ideal place to start removing some blight. It will give me some wiggle room. The boon is good, but we're already okay on getting these icons. Obviously, it would be good for subsequent things, but it's going to be a while before that's actually something that's viable for me to be doing with my time. So I'm going to go with Purifying Flame, even though it's completely off-brand. And I'm going to make a sacred site here so that I can actually use it. Because that's a sand and where else? Mountains. So yeah, this mountain, unfortunately, is going to be doing much with that. And let's push them in there. So we've got our Grasping Tide, our Flame, and our Deeps. That's fair enough. So we're going to Grasp in here. Deals with that Ravage. We're going to call in here. And get a bit more fear in here. 2 fear cards is alright. And yeah, no, I'd say a rule of thumb is you want to destroy from the ocean. And that's what I'm going to do. Okay, defend with the harm. Okay, buildings destroying dudes. It's a story as old as time. And we have mountain and wetland explores. And we can now do 2 damage in here. So I'd very rarely use it for anything but blight removal. We do have a ravage in here. Not going to make much difference. This is a good ravage to prevent, but I don't have the access to that. What are you talking about? Let's remove this. Let's remove the blights. Give ourselves a little bit more space to maneuver. See, this is going to be a reclaim turn. And we'll bring this one back into the ocean almost certainly. We've only got 5 energy. That's not a lot of energy. We've got to destroy these buildings here. Might be good to have a turn where we really try and do a lot of eating. So by that I mean a lot of drowning. It would be nice to throw this in as well. Can we manage all that stuff? Not really. Might be another time for another miner. Oh, though we could go Grasping Tide. Oh, wait a second. We've got some energy to come. We're actually going to have 7 energy, which means we could go this, and then we could. Going to want Moon Mountain stuff, so this and this, and then some more watery stuff. I don't feel like any card is completely expendable at this point. Okay, there's Reaching Grasp. That's a big problem solver for this spirit. We've already got a decent bit of blight removal, so that's not priorities yet. So we're going to go Reaching Grasp, though. What do we actually need it for right now? Nothing right now, but maybe we can solve this problem. No, can't. Yes, we can. Would mean we can reach into there, prevent that blight cascade. So that would be a bit grim. And there's actually a Dahan in there, so that will clear out that. Might be able to sneak in there with a Wii. So we'll bring in this from the desert because it's not doing anything there. And we have 4 plays. So yeah, we will prevent the cascade. So that's going to involve Reaching Grasp and this. That's way more important than preventing this. If I wasn't... I mean, I could just let this go and try and thrash around in pain. Clear out more of this interior area. So I could clear that out. Except it is going to ravage and then build, so actually won't... Oh, it will clear out 2, 3, 4, 5. So to get the extra on this, I'm going to need another moon and another mountain. So that would force me to use Tidal Boon, which would mean that this one goes. But if I can clear out this and this, then that means that these incoming ravages are just not such a problem anymore. So I'd be basically giving up this in order to allow this. And this is in mountains, so I can purify it later once I'm up to more card plays. Because yeah, I could even next turn I could Grasping there potentially. Yeah, so we'll go with this. So we're gonna do this. So we've got our defend in there. We're gonna pound some ships. Pound, pound, pound. And so am I going to be reclaiming next turn? This is a consideration because if there is going to be, I think I'm actually going to withdraw from here. Because if I call of the deeps next turn and say do this action here, if I call of the deeps and there's then I can't drag people into the ocean. Does that actually matter though? Not sure if it does matter. Keep maintaining a sacred site on the map is pretty important, but I've got reaching grasp now. So actually maybe I don't care. I don't care about having a secret site on the island, so I'm actually just going to destroy. I'm a bit worried because I've deliberately let this presence here go. Might be a little lax. Okay, so we've got the fight back here. We're going to destroy this town. And they, of course, have replaced it. It's a bit rude. Okay, so we've got a town drown and a tidal boon. So the tidal boon's only going to work in one place. So do it here. Incredible the amount of energy it gains you. And then this can only work in one place as well. And we've got this. So it's going to do 2, 3, 4, 5 damage here. We'll clear this, and then in an adjacent land I can do a similar amount of damage. So yeah, it would be nice to do some tidying, some cleaning in here. So I think I'm going to do it in here. Clear that area out, and then do it in here, which is going to only be 3 damage. But it's enough to destroy the city. And cities are the thing. They're the thing you generally want to destroy because if you can win on terror level 3, then that's obviously be nice. So obviously we don't have to worry about this mountain anymore. This is 3, 5, 7. So I could all of the deeps grasping tide to defend in there. So that's good news. Then we've got we've got wetland here, doesn't matter. This is 1 blight. We're running a little low on blight, but this feels okay, you know? Feels okay. So I think where are we with our cards? We just need okay, we're actually getting there. 3 fear will mean that if we can destroy the last city, then we have 1. So I can destroy the city with my innate if I can get enough moon mountain action going on. Water mountain, or even with land thrashes. It might be worth trying to get the win this turn. Obviously, Prussia, their advantage is their speed. Yeah, I don't have a lot of time. But of course, there's going to be sand and mountain builds. There's going to be a build here and here, but that's just towns. No build there. So actually reclaiming and trying to get the win this turn might be the play. While preventing this ravage. So to prevent this ravage, I either can do it with those 2 cards, or I can do it with... It's going to be 2 cards, whatever I do. Yeah, so I think reclaiming is good here. Because if I can have 4 card actions. I need to have at least 2 mountains to be able to drown a city using my ability. So if I go with these 2 and then 2 others that just have mountains on, so any of these, that should be good to win in the slow phase. So I'm going to reclaim, and I'm going to gain a minor. Don't think it matters. We'll gain gift of power. It's got nice icons. But as I think it's in the bag, I am not gonna drag it out. Of course, this I am forced to leave the mainland. That's the reason it doesn't work. That's the reason it doesn't work, because I am not in that space. So what I'm going to have to do is win a different way. So it's not going to let me win like that. Okay. Right then. So we're gonna need to rent that. So we can do this with this and this even. You know, not do it with this and this. which will gain us some energy. And actually, yeah, that's a. I know how to play this game. We can destroy the city though in the slow with land thrashes. It's a bit inefficient, but if it means the game, then it's okay. And now I'm thinking, if I made that cognitive error, what other errors have I made? Okay, that defend is fine. One blight is going to go down there. Then I can thrash and kill this city. 2-3, and that should be it. Do I mean? Do I? Yeah, that should be it. Okay, let's Yeah, I think that's fine. I think it works. It works! I hope it works. Do that. So we are now at terror level 3, and I will drag these guys into the ocean. So we have the invader phase. I've got to forget a power destroyer presence now. It's really important with stuff like this to not mess up and do something like destroy your last presence or remove your last thing you can actually use to target. Okay, well, we can remove this, which is pretty good. In case my calculations are incorrect. Okay. Okay. Just not getting any benefit from these fear cards. And yeah, that was a lucky dodge there. So now we're into the slows, and this should be it. This should be able to kill this city, get the win, and it's done. So thanks for being here, I've been Peasant. That was Prussia 6.